So today, when I looked at my little YouTube setup, I saw I've uploaded more than 100 clips. Oh my. That's pretty good for the first quarter of my burgeoning influencer career, if I do say so myself. So let's see what I can summarize from this experience thus far. Heyo, XenPuck here. Another day, another minor milestone on this journey of my own creation. I'm surprised, honestly, that I've lasted this long making these random videos on whatever topics I feel like for the next day. Honestly, if you're watching or have watched, thank you sincerely from my black heart, as people like you give me hope and joy during my darkest hours. Though to be clear, since I'm financially independent, these darkest hours are still pretty nice with the flames of money to keep me warm. Ahem. So, I've always been taught to always self-examine, so what does this channel do for me exactly these days? I love how my reactions to my own self-made work is always changing in this period, so it's good to record it for future me purposes as well. Number one, I get something to look forward to that's purely of my own creation, right? There's definitely some level of anxiety related to how slowly my channel is ramping up, right? Every day I'm curious if I'll get a comment or a subscriber. I mean, I know some of you might be like, wow, just looking for these numbers in the singulars. But hey, this is compared to, say, month one, where I'm wondering if I'm literally just making videos for myself only, right? So I'll take the slow build any day. Number two, it lets me more easily empathize again with people with regular routines, right? So for long-time watchers of the channel, you know I've been at my early retirement stage for more than 2 years now. And for the first exactly 2 years, I didn't do anything productive whatsoever, okay? And it was getting harder to distinguish between weekdays and weekends. And that can make me sound like a real a-hole, especially if I'm constantly teasing my wifey about how she has to go to work or why, and why she even appreciates a holiday or a long weekend. So, establishing a routine of daily videos for the last 3 months has tempered my inner mischievousness, I guess. Now we can both look forward to the same weekend and public federally mandated holidays again. Point number three. Forcing myself to make videos at the rate that I've been making has really made me think about exactly what topics I really am interested in and are willing to talk about in public, okay? I think last month, I mentioned, wow, talking about race was just a bad idea. Okay, I mean, I have opinions about it, but the internet is just a terrible, awful, disgustingly inadequate forum to engage in heavy topics like that. I learned my lesson. Now it's on to relatively benign topics like video games or even the orange douche's eventual fall from grace. I am by no means done exploring what else I could talk about. Yet, I have no idea what direction this channel will head in, right? Not in this next second quarter of its existence, much less in, say, another year. Point number four. Now, lastly, am I proud of all my 100-ish clips? Actually, most people can see that everything I've made are clearly flawed in one way or another. But here's how I look at it, okay? Have you seen the first scribbles of writing you did when you were like a little kid, like a babe? I'll bet anyone who still has a record of that, you know, say from their parents or whatever, and you look at it, it looked pretty questionable as well, right? But that writing needed to be done, and so were these low-quality production clips that I'm making, okay? I am not one of those people who believe that in order to make something creative, one needs the best tools first. That's silly. I think all my clips are just forms for practice, and they're meant to lead to some type of focus that I haven't quite settled on yet. So the solution is obviously more practice, and possibly a slightly better focused and better planned practice, right? I'm only a tiny bit into my proposed at least 5-year plus journey. So yeah, right now I'm happy to fail and fail and fail again, until I think I will eventually fail into success. So in conclusion, all in all, now that I've made more than around, let's say around 100 clips, okay, because some of these are not clips that I emphasize. I think I'll adjust my approach even more and release videos on my originally intended 3-day work week schedule of maybe Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You know, this way I can still empathize with my wifey and friends on the horrors of the work week, but also enjoy the fruits of my early retirement in the form of the extra long 4-day weekend every week as well. Thanks for listening, and feel free to check out some of my other clips on the corners above. Cheers.